Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, we're gonna play, I think, the best card in the best deck in the current standard, the Tarkir Dragonstorm, right before Final Fantasy drops. Right, Final Fantasy is coming tomorrow, and I'm very excited for it. But before that, I want to show you this almost unbeatable kind of deck. So everybody knows Corey Steelcutter is bane of a lot of it, combo decks and tempo decks and control decks existence. And then of course there are a lot of graveyard shenanigans that also beats Corey Steel if they play off right or play off quickly enough. And this deck basically eats both of those for breakfast. Guess what? Just with temporary lockdown, we basically lock down all kinds of aggro decks, and if we have Sogai Lantern plus Kutzo's Flanker in the deck, we're able to, fight through any graveyard shenanigans as well. We also have the Pixie and Hopeless Nightmare combo to make sure that we keep our opponent's hand slim, and once we have that, then we can have Preacher to give us the additional card draws that we need, and finally, Big Mama Shieldred to top it all off, because Shieldred is still the queen of anti-aggro, because when they're trying to burn us, we're just gonna gain life and we can ignore a lot of their damage. And don't forget, we're gonna have Unholy Annex to give us more card draw, as well as making a 6/6 demon that might be able to fight a 1-mana mouse, in the current metagame. That's still a thing. And to kind of put it all together, there's a lot of ETB effects in this deck, so we're gonna use Scrollshift to recycle those ETB effects. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. I know, my description is all over the place. So let's talk a little bit about how the deck actually plays. So turn 1, for Hopeless Nightmare. Basically it, right? So turn 1, I'm going to drop one of the 4 Hopeless Nightmares. Then our opponent, watch as the hope leave our opponent's eyes. And then, of course, we also have 4 Nurturing Pixie and 4 Sogai Lantern. But obviously, those are not coming down on turn 1. Those are 1-drop plays, but Pixies are there to bounce the Nightmares, or potentially bounce one of the other cards that has ETB effects. And then the Sogai Lantern is there to exile our opponent's graveyard. If they have any graveyard shenanigans, we're able to stop that. Turn 2, we have 4 Momentum Breakers. They're creatures. They're gone. If there's no creatures, we start draining their hands. So I'll combo that with Hopeless Nightmare, and the opponent's not going to have cards to play. We also have 4 Nowhere to Run, which can kill a lot of creatures as well. And the best thing about this is it definitely kills those rats, because they can't deal damage to us. -3/-3 means that they don't have any power to, to do like a martyrdom on us. And then we also have 4 Sunpearl Kirin, which also bounces like a Nurturing Pixie, but at flash speed. Now, in Final Fantasy, we're going to get some Chocobo goodness, but right now, Kirin's going to have to do. 2 mana, 2/1 is not bad stats, and we also can bounce, our Nightmare or Momentum Breaker and keep the discard going. Turn 3 is where this deck really shines, because then we can start dropping down our temporary lockdown, lock everything down, and then maybe later on we can Nurturing Pixie our lockdown, bring everything back, and make him discard like 1,000 cards. This combo, I don't know if they thought about it, but this is almost unfair to pull off. Along with that, though, we also have 1 Loran of the 3rd path. If there are artifacts or enchantments that we gotta break, we can break it with Loran of the 3rd path. If there's none, we can use Loran of the 3rd path on our own temporary lockdown. And at the end of the day, that recycles a lot of these cards, and that is still pretty good. We also have 1 Kutzo's Flanker. Now you might think, is 1 Kutzo's Flanker enough? Combo with Sogai Lantern, we have 2 Graveyard Hates in the deck, and they're not just singular Graveyard Hate like what they normally would be, which is 1 ETB, exile something, it says exile or sacrifice this to exile the whole graveyard, or you have to ETB the Kutzo's Flanker to exile the whole graveyard. We don't have to do this because, well, we got a lot of ways to recycle them. Nurturing Pixies, or with Scrollshifts. Right, and then of course the other 3 drops. If our opponent's not doing anything and we just want a tempo, we already drain all the cards from their hand, and now we want to win. We can drop one of the 3 Preacher of the Schism. Preacher of the Schism can overrun our opponent with 1/1 Vampire life-linking vampires, but it can also draw us cards, which in this deck is direly needed. I would say. I'll put this over here because that's our 3 mana black cards that we want to play if we want to hit tempo. And the other card we want to hit tempo, Unholy Annex, right? Pay 3 for a Unholy Annex is totally fair, because then we draw a card at the end of turn, not at the beginning of our next turn like Phyrexian Arena, but Unholy Annex still draws cards every turn, and we'll lose some life. We definitely will lose some life on the Unholy Annex, but that's fine. Shieldred will counterbalance it, and Momentum Breaker can give us a burst lifelink if we need to, and at the end of the day, once we pop the Ritual Chamber, we're going to gain life with a demon anyways. So then let's talk about the lands. 24 lands in this deck. Well, I forgot to talk about this one shield in the deck, right? 24 lands in the deck for the fact that we need to kind of have 5 mana for the Ritual Chamber, but that's about it. We don't need that many lands, but we still need to tempo out some lands because of cards like Soulstone Sanctuary. So our land base is going to be 4 Plains, 3 Swamps. Now we have less swamps than plains, not because we have less black cards than white cards. Actually, we're going to have more, about the same really, but more because of the Ritual Chamber and Unholy Annex, all having black bibs. But Bleachbone Verge starts off on black, so we don't need that many black lands. So that's why we have 3-4 split. 4 Cave of Koilos. Now we have pink lands in the deck. Chances are we're always going to drop pink lands in the opener, but hopefully Momentum Breaker can offset that. 4 Concealed Courtyards. Only 2 Shadowy Backstreets because we want to be able to play off pretty fast in the early game because these are all, early 1-drop, 2-drops that we don't want to have a tap land for. And then 3 Soulstone Sanctuary to synergize with the Unholy Annex. That's the whole idea. A very strong deck. I think this deck puts up a very clean fight. Quote unquote clean with the Pixie Hopeless Nightmare combo, but a very strong fight against almost every deck in the current standard metagame, which speaks very well to why I think this is the best deck in the standard metagame. Of course, Final Fantasy is coming out tomorrow, so none of that really matters too much, but this is how I feel to be the best deck at the end of Tarkir Dragonstorm. So let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is the Sublime TIC. Tectonic? Alright, we'll go first. No, okay. No, we don't go first. Opponent goes first. 3 caves. I mean, we're gonna have to eat those caves. They're gonna have to live in a nightmare. And it's hopeless for them. Oh boy, okay. Well, how are we gonna fight through this, right? Mana full mount. Pretty obvious what we will have to do here. Is it obvious though? Because I probably want to know where to run. But if I Hopeless Nightmare into Pixie... Now I think I know where to run. Not great. But this way I can combo the lockdown with Nurturing Pixie. Oh boy, a land that doesn't hurt me. Well, still gonna hurt me no matter what this turn. So there's that. Well, we're just gonna do this. That was a quick game. Temporary Lockdown locks all these decks down. Alright, our opponent is Druze Ninja. Cool. He is a ninja. We are Zed go second. Yeah, we are Zed go second for sure. Alright, how's it going? Into an oh god. The Reanimator deck is not easy to fight through. That's for sure, but we gotta try to get rid of their hand, I guess. Okay, not Reanimator, Life Gain. Did make it a bit easier if they're Life Gain. Candle. I mean, we gotta do it. Break the momentum. Attack the Channeler for the Sanctifier. Now it's a 2-3. Another Channeler. Ouchie. Yeah, it is what it is, We just gotta play the cards that we were dealt. They're gonna sack another Channeler. They're gonna sack the Sanctifier this time. I sack another Channeler, so now it's a 3-4. How we can take these damage? Pretty sure there's gonna be a whatchamacallit, the Shelter by Ghost. somewhere along the line. Another Sanctifier is going to gain a lot of life because of this. I'm not going to block that. Oh god, the lice. What do I do here? I guess I could sack the Hopeless Nightmare. Putting out Shieldred here kind of feels bad from what he does, right? So, yeah, I guess we sack the Nightmare. Oh boy, I was gonna get flooded for sure. How many lands I draw? I think I've only drawn lands, right? Those are the 4 cards I had in the opening. Everything else was just lands. Just primate. It's gonna be a pretty big primate. Down to 10. And I get a temporary lockdown. There's 4 in the deck. I put it in there for... What the heck, man? You serious right now? How many lands was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I put away a land, right? I put away the land here. 10. 10 lands out of 14 cards. Oh, God. I mean, is this a thing? Does that do much? There's a Johnny's Primate out there, and I'm not sure if this will do it. Yeah, I'm not sure if this will do it. Put out Shieldred. Bounce on Momentum Breaker. And we're gonna pray that they don't have a Shelter. They probably does. This doesn't matter. Okay, not a Shelter. But here's a Primate. Maybe the 6/6 is just coming in, right? It's just the 6/6. Oh, here we go. Hey, buddy. Let's see. I don't think he's gonna. Well, he might block the Shieldred. I think I can really lock down. Now you discard a card. Leyline. I don't think I'll ever need that land, but I don't think I have that many cycle cards anyways. Second card. Rune Lurker back. I don't think they're gonna chump. I don't have any more card draws, so the Momentum Breaker is gonna have to do it. Rest in peace. My graveyard! I really cared about that. I mean, he just exiled his own graveyard, so I don't know why he did that. You want to attack? You sure you don't want to chump block there? More lands still. I mean, I guess it won't matter as much, but it's kind of funny. I'm just gonna hold all these lands and threaten them. It's a psychological factor. 3 for Linden. All right. Still attacking. Just to gain the 2 life. Don't know if that's worth it here. I gain a life back. Down to 3. There's a Preacher. Guess they'll do something? I'm not sure. Well, not with that draw, so I guess GG. Yeah, I just keep attacking. It's definitely isn't right, but I don't think he would have gone anywhere. GG. I mean, I drew like 12 lands. Like 12 cards. So, it was a worthy effort. Alright, our opponent is the PV. Okay. What does PV stands for? Hopeless Nightmare. Nurturing Pixie. We go first. I mean, it's one of those games, right? How's it going? I mean, no one's playing Balrog anymore. Is it Balrog? No, Baloth. Maybe they're playing Balrog. Oh no, Lord of the Rings 9. This is why Arena, or not Arena, WotC. Finish this turn. This is why WotC made all the Universe Beyond Standard legal, because they released Lord of the Rings, even though yes, it was a success. In the grand scheme, nobody's playing in Standard, and they want to play Standard. Authority. Okay. That's fair. They gain some life from us playing the Pixie. Get lost. What is this deck? I wonder. Now I could play Preacher, could get countered. I could play Momentum Breaker, I could also get countered. I mean, is it Omniscience? So far, I mean, okay, so this doesn't look like Omniscience, right? The stock up does. Give me pause. Could be Omniscience. Another Preacher. I'll draw a card. Let's just do the Momentum Breaker. We can discard cards. Elspeth Smite. I am giving them life by playing creatures, but I think it's fine. Is it Dave's Judgment time? No. Overlord of the Mistmore, that's interesting. I guess they could do that. I do want to draw a card, and those can block my Pixies. I don't want that to happen. Can I draw planes, please? I cannot draw planes. Do they double block? They do double block. Alright, so they kill my Preacher. But now, like a Hopeless Nightmare. Can't replay it, so I don't know if it's worth it, but I think I still want Temple. The last card is Sunpearl. Pretty fun. Now I draw. Okay, fourth land, always tapped land. It is what it is, man. Maybe he's gonna double field these. That is wrong, and I'm gonna show him why, but I think it's fine. I'll get a swamp. Do I need 2 planes? Well, I would have 2 planes anyway. One more turn before it's unlocked, huh? If I attack, he's gonna chump with a 3/3. That's cool. He didn't jump. He should have jumped. Put our shield in. Does he think the incubator attacking is worth it? I don't know. The fact that he didn't chump does not bode well for me, I guess. Well, we'll do a lockdown first, right? Do I attack first? Maybe he has a counter something. There's no more lies. Is this good enough? Will he block the Shieldred with the Overlord? Let's see if he wants to block the Shieldred with the Overlord. He kind of wants his Overlord to live, right? Okay. He's gonna play it like that. He knows I have Pixie Nightmare. I don't know what the point of that is. Didn't he just die? Yeah, nice play. Didn't want to block any creatures. Now this game works. Alright, our opponent is Katosin. He's doing the Illuminati Triangle. Opponent goes first. Of course they do. Flanker, Loran. I do only have 2 lands. I need to get another land. Do I hold this hand? Also, the other land has to be able to add both black and white, which is pretty difficult. I don't know, I'll try. No 10. Treasures inside. Petromus. I mean, this is a good hand to fight them if I have the lands, but I don't throw that. What should the Edge? He has his own Petromus? Well, I was not expecting that. So, he's got 2 cards left. If I know where to run one of these, he's only gonna have 3 mana next turn. Not gonna let him have mana. Also, I had a whole Loran for the other thing. Roots? There it is. Can't let him have roots too easily. Seed of Hope. Alright. Surveils 2. He does have roots now. I don't know if I want to fight roots. He also has the mites, which is very dangerous if I put the lockdown out there. So if he returns everything back, there's nothing I can do in between that time, right? So I think what I want to do is just break it loose. I think that was the better choice on lockdown. It's hard. He's got a soul call in too. Okay. Destroy my Loran. Jerk. This is 3 mana. He's gonna mill 3 cards, but I will get rid of everything he has on board, so I think we do it. Alright. He mills a card, but I get rid of his board. Gonna mill 3 cards. Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was gonna have it. It's hard. Man, he has so many good cards. He does surveil a lot. Finally I draw a land. That's pretty important here. But I think I had to kill the rubber belts, right? The cage is coming out. Definitely wants to return roots, so gotta exile roots. He didn't do it. Another rubber belt. Surveil 2. I gotta do it in response to his Agatha triggers. It's gotta get a +1/+1 and get a Haywire Might. I mean, that's okay with me. Oh man, its last card is Overlord too. That's annoying. This will return a non-Overlord card. Scrollshift. Not doing it here. What do I Pixie out? The Momentum Breaker? This is down to the wire, isn't it? Shoreline. Way to land. Let's do the Momentum Breaker again. I can sack his last Zora line. Do I want to make him scar his last card? Then he's just top decking? Scrollshift is pretty good, but I think I'll hold up the flanker. I might be able to use the flanker for something. Gotta make sure he has no creatures too, so there's also that going for us. Land War Elf. Now you could definitely use that rubble belt. Momentum Breaker. Oh, the lockdown is here. Is that 29? How is that 29? Oh, it's Dredger's inside. That's what's going on here. This takes out his graveyard. You can put something on the Agathas, I don't care. Gonna gain a lot of life with that. Let's attack. And then we'll put everything under temporary lockdown. And I will still have flanker if I need it. None of those crazy combo cards. Like I said, right, we have a combo, or I have a combo killer in this deck, but it is so, like, down to the wire. Yo, that's a pretty good top deck, I gotta say. Okay. I gotta somehow fight through both of them. Can I do it? Not with 2 lands on top. Oh boy, okay. This is about to be difficult. 3 lands on top. It's about to get real difficult. And he does not care at all. You got a Soul Cauldron again. Alright. At least Overlord is not gonna do much. Oh boy. That is... No, it's just hard game. Alright, if I draw another land, I guess we'll peace out. Scrollshift. Not another land. Very important here. So... Gotta go to full control mode. Scrollshift the lockdown. Did not want to tap that way, but okay. We can make each of us draw. So, oh, I also got a momentum breaker. He's choosing which Agatha Soul Cauldron to keep, which I don't think it matters. Scrollshift. I can bounce something. I guess we'll bounce the lockdown. Doesn't matter, we're trying to hit. He's gonna gain a lot of life. Can't make me draw another card if he wants. Okay, I will draw another card. I love cards. He's down to 16 cards. He's gonna deck out very quickly here. So that gives -1/-1, and then I'm Nurturing Pixie back out. This happens again. And I'm gonna Pixie out the flanker this time. Kill the Loran. He's down to 12 cards. Tetramos. Tetramos will kill him. Tetramos will absolutely kill him. Soul Cauldron. Okay. That's not gonna help. I already have Momentum Breaker on. He can sack it to kill one of my Momentum Breakers. But it's already on the stack. Pixie bounces flanker. The other Pixie's in play. Momentum Breaker. Second Momentum Breaker, discard card. And then we go to, I'll play that. I could just temporary lockdown again. Alright, he's got 9 cards. If he plays Tetramos, how many creatures is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna draw 4 cards? No, not enough yet. Not gonna let him have the Haywire Might and stuff. So here we go. He's got another Roots. Oh boy. Not gonna be easy, huh? That Roots is gonna be the death of me. Alright, well, good thing we have a Momentum Breaker at least. I can sack his last card. Creature. He's got 10 cards left. Scavenging Ooze. It's gonna make a lot of plants. Can I stop it? I don't think so. I'll let him do it. Oh, we can make 3 plants. What's holding up? You're not gonna do it? Yeah, right? Of course you're gonna do it. I'm not gonna exile his graveyard. That's just gonna hurt me. Momentum Breaker is gonna make him sack 1 creature. I don't think this will do it. How many more does he have? 1, 2. He's got 2 more creatures, so... How many cards does he have left? 7. I don't know if I'll last 7 turns. I could just draw a land though. That would be kind of drawing dead. But I gotta hope, right? It gives me 2 draws. Yeah, like I said, I gotta hope. So, I heard you like temporary lockdown. Does he have no Haywire Mind? He does not. So, I could bounce anything. I'm gonna bounce my Kirin. -3 on. Yeah, it didn't matter there, right? I was gonna wipe down his board, and then he's only got 7 cards left. He's gonna get all the mill outs. Alright, our opponent is the Vladislav Pavlov. Cool. Vladislav, baby, don't hurt me. Okay. This is a good, a deceptively good hand, so let's see how we're gonna lose to our opponent's red creatures. Oh, look at that mountain. Higher Claw. So a lot of creatures are gonna be pretty good. Death Touch definitely kills whatever he has. Liquid. Speaking about pumps. Nobody Run's gonna protect the Monastery Sphere, so I can't. I mean, our Monster's Rage is gonna survive and protect the Sphere, so I can't do that to the Sphere. We got a hero. Put our Death Touch out there, and we're gonna touch some death. Kirin's also gonna be able to remove a creature. It's gonna be pretty important, but we are gonna be low on life anyway, so very, very risky game. Good thing Preacher doesn't deal damage to us when we're low on life. Only give us lifelinkers. 3 mana. It's gonna be a Screaming Nemesis. He's gonna scream at me? Please don't scream at me. I mean, I will tell you about his love. If you don't hurt me no more. Is he going to pump the Swift Sphere? If he pumps the Swift Sphere, he doesn't pump the Heartfire Hero. And I want to minus the Heartfire Hero, right? I don't know what pump he can have to put the hero to 4 toughness in 1 turn. Probably isn't 1, but you never know. Nice strike, okay. Yeah, I mean, I was ready for the trade. Monster's Rage. Cool. You take a lot of damage, but it is what it is. Gotta be careful with the taps. Kirin. Where to run? Come back out, please. hit that. Now we're not taking any damage from the Tarkir hero. That's important. Because that damage could have killed us. Now they have haste. Oh boy. Is it just a shock on the Kirin? I don't mind if they shock the Kirin. If that's all they do. They're looking at the Kirin. Is it just a shock on the Kirin? Okay. This is last card. Not a creature. Pretty important. Oh, this is great. Let's see what is our next draw here. Scrollshift is also great. So I want to Preacher into a Nurturing Pixie, right? Put a lot of board presence out there. There's nowhere to run back to my hand. And now, at 13 life, I got a 2-4 and a 2-2 against his 2 cards. And that's a GG. Get the F out of here, Vladislav. Baby, I'm gonna hurt you. Funny. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those bouncy games, how does this deck feel? Is it not the best deck like I told you? Right, this deck is insane. It's just the Nightmare and Pixie combo is so backbreaking, you know, to a lot of decks that try to set up. They don't get time to set up. And if they're trying to aggro us, nowhere to run. Momentum Breaker makes sure that we break down on the early game cards long enough that our temporary lockdown just locks everything down. And unlike a lot of decks where temporary lockdown is what you play to try to survive longer, this deck combos with temporary lockdown along with the Pixie to, you know, continuously drain them with the Nightmare, make them discard cards with a Momentum Breaker, and then eventually break their spirits with the Preacher and Unholy Annex card draw. And we're gonna have a huge hand, they're gonna have no hand, and they're just gonna cry. This deck is unfair. This deck is so good, so unfair. I don't know if Final Fantasy is gonna add any card that will fight well against this deck, but I guess we're gonna find out tomorrow. But right now, again, like I said in the intro, best deck in the meta. I'm pretty sure there's not one deck that will overwhelmingly beat this. Obviously, this deck does falter a bit to the Obstinate Ballast. No one's playing that, so we don't have to worry too much. And I don't think any that's coming back anytime soon. And even if they do, right, Momentum Breaker can still break it. So it's not the end of the world if you Nightmare and they just ballast you right away. The Momentum Breaker still breaks the ballast, and we can keep going. And you know they're only gonna have 4 ballasts in their deck, where we're gonna have so much discard and so much drain. And at the end of the day, it's a 4/4. It's gonna deal 4 damage to us. Then we'll just gain it back with Shieldred and Annex and Ritual Chambers and things like that. So that's how I feel about this deck, and that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow in Final Fantasy.